There probably has never been a bromance as consequential as the Musk-Trump bromance. So that means, as strange as it feels, we kind of have to keep up with their friendship, because it falling apart actually means a lot for the future of the country and whether or not Musk will be able to leverage his power in this new Trump administration in the ways that he wants to. And so to sort of remind you, and then I want to show you Trump reacting to a story that we talked about, and then some reports about how furious Trump's staff is about Elon Musk's role in all this. But the first sign of trouble was maybe not a huge sign of trouble, but it was, as Ross Story documents, the working arrangement between Trump and Musk has caused some difficulties. At the end of last year, Musk blew up a bipartisan spending deal to keep the government open and push Trump to his side, forcing the GOP to scramble to craft a replacement. Additionally, Trump's aides have grown uncomfortable with how frequently Musk hangs around Trump. Trump even got uncomfortable, as we discussed, because Musk was literally mere feet away from Trump's, I don't know what you call it, suite place, wherever he stays at Mar-a-Lago. And during the transition, Musk was just right there, a few suites over, a few rooms over, and staying on the Mar-a-Lago property so he could be there with Trump doing who knows what all the time. And that started to make aides feel weird, because now Musk all of a sudden had this power that could short circuit them, that could cut them out of the equation. And that's obviously going to bother them. But our hope was, as this tension grows, there'll be a big public blow up. And it feels like we're getting closer to that because of the shot that Elon took at Trump that we covered. And if that happens, now that Vivek's out of Doge and Marjorie's the one leading the subcommittee, I think they might not be able to do the worst of what they were hoping to do with that initiative. That sounds nice, government efficiency. Hell yeah. But as we got more information about what they might want to go after, it caused some big problems. Okay, so then, and this was a huge story, and I think it's kind of a crazy example of how Musk, in a weird way, holds more power in their relationship, not in the country, but in their relationship, maybe the country too, than Trump does. And that's something that his staff is mad about, as we'll get to. And so then Trump announces we have this big, it's going to be great, this AI and infrastructure, private investment companies I've helped to bring together are creating this new initiative, and they're going to invest in historic ways in AI. Elon comes out and goes, not really. It's not at all what is being articulated. So it was this $500 billion Stargate project to build new artificial intelligence infrastructure, and Musk publicly slammed the announcement right after Trump talked about how epic it was going to be and proclaimed they don't have the money to build it. He sandbagged the president's announcement. Well, in reaction to that, and Trump was asked about it, he said this. While you watch, please do click the subscribe button if you appreciate this show.
Does it bother you that Elon Musk criticized a deal that you made publicly, that he said that he tweeted that?
No, it doesn't. He hates one of the people in the deals.
Have you spoken to him since then?
No, I've spoken to Elon, but I've spoken to all of them, actually. No, the people in the deal are
We watch TV together on the couch every night before we go to bed. What do you mean, have I talked to Elon?
very, very smart people. But Elon, one of the people he happens to hate, but I have certain hatreds of people, too.
Sir,
We know.
You know?
Sir, on China, what do you think Xi Jinping can do on the Ukraine-Russia war?
Which one?
The Ukraine-Russia war, what can Xi Jinping do about that?
China?
Yeah.
They have a lot of...
Xi Jinping, he said, Xi Jinping, why'd you have to have that repeated so many times? And then he goes, China? Yeah. Or Xi Jinping, the leader of China? Yes. Okay. Gosh, my goodness.
Power over Russia. They supply energy to Russia. And Russia supplies energy to them. They supply other things to, it's really a very big trade. It's a very big...
Thanks. So a really, really clear answer there. Not so much. Media reporting that Trump insider says the president doesn't have any leverage over Musk. Elon gives 0 Fs. Yeah, we learned that when he did that gesture, as it's been described. I'm not going to say it. Because I've seen absolute freakouts and meltdowns over pointing that looks something like, and they go, how dare you? You're so hyperbolic. Oh, I'm not saying he meant to do it, but whatever. Allies of President Donald Trump are peeved. I haven't heard that word in a while. Peeved at Elon Musk after the Tesla CEO cast doubt on a pledge by tech CEOs to invest $500 billion, as we talked about. You had all of these updates that we already discussed, him saying that SoftBank has well under $10 billion. Secured Musk's remark has apparently rankled members of Trump's inner circle. According to Politico, it's clear he has abused the proximity to the president. One of the allies said, the problem is the president doesn't have any leverage over him, and Elon gives 0 Fs. Musk has reportedly been working out of the West Wing. Nice. After Trump named him to lead the Department of Government Efficiency, an advisory commission of sorts whose ostensible purpose is to cut back on waste in the federal government, though it has its share of skeptics. Me. We are now working with him to make sense of his ideas. Ideas are innovative. Execution, not so much. And that about sums up so many people who smell the aroma of their own fill in the blank by posing all of these big ideas. But in life, I hate to break it to you, in life, ideas are easy. Doing them, that's the hard part. On Thursday, Trump fielded a question about Musk's remarks. Quote, does it bother you, as you saw there? And Trump said, no, he hates people. And this is because Musk has feuded with Sam Altman, and they have a little bit of a nemesis status, I guess is how I would describe it. Isn't this weird? Doesn't this feel weird that the future of the federal government is heavily dependent on are Elon and Trump going to have a falling out? Does Elon give enough Fs to be pushed out, or is he completely F-less? And is Sam Altman's beef with Elon going to get in the way of the AI infrastructure project? Is that even going to happen to the extent that they've said? I've started seeing people like Sam Altman go, look at these amazing buildings that we built for this. I think if I am remembering correctly, which, dude, Trump just became president. Really? You're saying you built these because he did it? What? You built those very quickly then. A credit to you. And all of these dynamics, as consequential as they are, it feels like I'm getting involved in like middle school drama, which is kind of weird. But we're talking about trillions of dollars of spending on the line. And because I did bring up the Department of Government Efficiency, perfect segue into this clip I wanted to talk about, but sort of doesn't fit into the other segments we did today. Marjorie Green, who's going to be the head of this, or is the head of this subcommittee on the government efficiency stuff, she got really upset when someone dared to ask her about the disgusting pardons of January 6th rioters.
Come to the Capitol or do any tours or any meetings here?
Is this all you really talking about is the J6ers that have been pardoned?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was like the day after it happened. Is this really what you're talking about? Yeah, Marge, it is.
Are you going to talk about the Biden family that got pardoned? No?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. What about the rapers and killers and murderers that Joe Biden pardoned? There's tons of them. Is that a focus at all?
Well, I'm asking about J6.
I know that's what you're asking. I know that's.
I'm going to start doing that, by the way. And the reason I'm pausing so much, it actually is intentional. Some people get annoyed. I normally try not to pause so much. But with her, I need to break it up. Otherwise, it's like, oh, I can't listen to this. I'm going to start doing that, by the way. If someone confronts me about something, anything. Hey, why do you want to go to the side shot, Jane? Why do you have that sweater on? What's your deal? I'm just going to go, what about the rapers?
That's what you're asking about, and I'm not doing this. This insane place up here and all of y'all's obsession with January 6th is absurd. Everybody outside of here is sick and fucking tired of it. I'm serious. And so
She used a body word.
Joe Biden pardons all these murderers and rapists and disgusting people, and then everybody up here has got their panties in a wad because J6ers got pardoned.
Gosh, don't say panties. Oh, I just said it. Don't use that word. Biden didn't. She's lying. he commuted the sentence because he's against death row, or he's against, the death penalty, as am I, as a principle. So he commuted the sentence of people so that he's forcing them to spend the rest of their life being punished for what they did, instead of getting the easy way out and having a short journey to the afterlife, or whatever. No, we're gonna make you suffer, at least to the extent that you're being incarcerated for the rest of your life for those terrible acts, as compared to ending it so quickly. And it's going to be cheaper for the government than the death penalty is. Look it up if you disagree, MAGA. And it's going to prevent wrongful executions, which is estimated 4% of people are wrongfully convicted. So all good reasons for Biden to say, we'll commute their sentence, they're not getting released from prison, and now they're going to have to be punished for it longer than they would have otherwise.
Like people that walk through open doors. A lot of them walk through open doors. That's it. But everybody here is like, J6. Seriously.
But you've been so outspoken on this issue. I mean,
yes, I have. And they're pardoned. And thank God, I hope they go live their lives and can reassemble something back together, because they have suffered enough. Go do a story on all the Antifa BLM people that never served time. Over 95% of them, seriously. Think about that. And go do a story on these cities that BLM burned to the ground and they never built back. They raised all that money on ActBlue and they never built those communities back.
They did build back better. No, I don't know. I'm sure there's still impacts, but no, people were held accountable. They bring up these stats. Well, that's because there were a bunch of arrests going on, and then you only end up prosecuting the ones who, number one, you have the evidence. And sorry, Jan 6 people, a bunch of you were on video because you were all filming each other. It was kind of weird. What's up, guys? Luke Beasley here, and I'm about to rob a bank because America, go Trump, equivalent of what they were doing. And so they were all on video. That makes it easy to prosecute. And they were doing crimes that are crimes. In some cases, people were getting arrested because they're part of a big group of people. And then at least there's no proof, or they didn't commit a crime worthy of prosecution. But then some people were, as she mentioned. And it makes sense with the amount of people that were out there and the chaos. When talking about BLM, that the ultimate prosecution rate of people who at one point were detained, or I guess that's the stat, I don't know what she's talking about, but would be small. But then when you commit a crime on camera in an effort to block the certification of an election, pretty clearly, and you're shouting what your intention is, so there's also criminal intent there, yeah, it's going to be a lot easier to prosecute a larger percentage of those folks. But also, she is obfuscating, right? She's trying to avoid addressing that people who on video violently attacked police officers, tried to murder police officers in some cases, that they were pardoned. Trump keeps talking about people are being dumped into our country. He's the one dumping the criminals into our country. Gosh. It's not immigrants, apparently. It's these folks. And why she's so angry, I don't know, but we'll continue. I'm sure she'll keep talking about Antifa.
You don't think it's a fair question to ask you because you've been so outspoken.
It is nauseating. I've seen all the Democrat-run networks ad nauseum about January 6th.
Ad nauseum? What's ad nauseum? I could have sworn the word was ad nauseum.
It is nauseating. I've seen all the Democrat-run networks ad nauseum about January 6th, and they just can't get over themselves, but they don't give a shit about real Americans.
She pronounces that word correctly, I can tell you.
Just created a select committee to investigate January 6th, so it's not like Republicans aren't talking about this.
No, but it was your question. Are you gonna have J6ers come in? Are you gonna give them tours? Like, I'm so sick of you people and all this crap. I really am.
The reason why I asked that is because other people have said that, and so I assumed you would be one of those people that would also be having tours. Just because I know you're close to some of the people.
Because you're assuming. The problem is you people never gave me a fair shot to begin with, and all these assumptions and all these headlines and all these lies. So you came in asking me, why don't you do a story on what people care about?
All right. I'm asking you, we're giving you a fair shot. What do you think of this issue? What do you mean? What? Oh, does she mean like when she came into office? Well, go watch our investigating Marjorie Taylor Greene video and you'll find out why we didn't give her a fair shot. Before she even got into office, we learned that she was calling for executions of Pelosi and was believing that the skin of people was being ripped off and worn or something, or they were getting the adrenochrome out of kids, and that's why Joe Biden looks so young. That's why he's so ageless. Yeah, you're right. I didn't give you much of a chance. I'm going to admit to that.
People care about the border, the economy, energy. They're sick and tired of the foreign wars. They're tired of the hypocrisy up here, and they hate the media right now. They do, I'm serious. You guys have created a situation where you're not trusted and people are sick of y'all. And it's sad. I'm serious, it's sad.
No, what's happened, I don't like when people cite that because it's not even accurate, because people on the left do it a lot too. What's happened is there's been a fragmentation of media. And so everyone trusts the media that they watch. That's why they watch it. Everyone just watches such different media that when you get asked a question like, do you trust the media? Everyone thinks, well, no, not as a general statement, because they think of the outlet they don't trust. So it's not that people who watch CNN don't trust CNN, or watch me don't trust me, etc. If watch Fox News, trust Fox News. It's just that everyone, when they get asked such a question, no longer thinks, yeah, like we all watch Walter Cronkite at night, so we all trust the media. They think of the one they don't trust because of how fragmented it's become, because of social media and the division and echo chambers, etc., etc. So just want to clarify that. But it's so ridiculous. She never thinks it's a justified response when they go, well, what about trans people? Trans! They never think it's fair for us to go, wait, why are we talking about such a niche issue? People matter. Trans people matter. Their concerns matter. And your attacks against them matter in that we should address them. But why are you spending 90% of your mental bandwidth, whatever is there, on such a niche issue, less than 1%, and you're saying this is the issue of our time, right? And you go, no, you're distracting. You don't accept that from us, so why would we accept that from you? Except in our case, it's us going, hey, a lot of these trans issues, no one was even thinking about until you brought it up. You just like made it a thing. The perfect example is literally no one, ever, no one. Okay, someone probably, but most people don't go into restrooms and even think about what's under the, they don't think about that. When I go into a restroom, I go to the little, God, I hate urinals, but when I do have to go to urinals, I stand there and I stare at the wall like if I broke eye contact with the wall, I would die, okay? I'm not looking around. And I think it's the same for most people. And so, but they've created this, everyone's concerned about if someone goes in the restroom and they're a trans woman or something. But anyways, so ours is actually a ridiculous culture war. The reason why we say you're putting a lot of emphasis on that, it's kind of weird. But yours is the president of the United States riling up a mob as a last-ditch effort to block the peaceful transfer of power with lies about the election that he still hasn't apologized for, then pardoning them after they violently ruin the lives of and cause the loss of life of police officers. Is that a niche culture war issue or one of the most consequential events of modern American history? The latter. Why are you talking about that? As Marjorie put it. Share your thoughts in the comments. Support the show. Get the members only bonus show by clicking that join button below.